Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today is going to be Junk to Journal. Now, I think I'll start a new series, and it'll be hopefully on Saturdays if I can manage it. And it's just going to be called Junk to Journal. So we're going to take just some kind of junk, we're going to make it into something that will go beautifully in our journals. Now I've got a whole pile of junk here. I know this is not necessarily junk, but it's little pieces of different things that, I have just stuck together, and we're going to use some of them. I very seldom pull those out, so I need to use some of those. I've just got some of that brown paper that you get from Amazon packaging, things like that. I don't have a clue what that is, just a piece of old paper. There's some more of that brown paper. A half of a brown paper bag. This is just some junk pieces. More paper. You can see I save all that. Some corrugated board here. And then this is out of an old diary like thing. It's just a little piece that I stuck back and saved, of course. There is just a piece of brown paper that looks like I practiced stitching on that a little bit. And we use that. This is just a one of those photo sleeves that you get sometimes. And then I have a whole bag here of just odds and ends. That's part of an old map. Oh, that's not junk. Never mind. That one's not junk. That came from my friend in where does she live? Switzerland. Got it all. I'll get it out in a minute. These are some old alphabetical guide set that I got at a thrift store and I haven't used. There's some plastic dividers I haven't ever used. And then we've got some just blank. These are Canon. What is this? I think that's what you print on. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll do something with it. That one's not junk. I don't know how that got in there. That one's not. And then that one is from Tina. I don't think that one is junk either. I don't know how they got in there. Then I have this package, and it's used to have some paperwork in it. I don't remember what it was. And I thought we could use this for the backing of something. Then I've just got some scrap pieces of fabric, lace, little pieces of fabric and lace. These came from one of you guys. Some lace. Let me turn this over this way so I won't show the dresses. This is just some of that bubble mailer. You can hear that? Oh, my kids love to pop those. But anyway, we might use that. I don't know. I don't know what we'll use. I don't know what we'll start off with. I don't know. I just pulled out a bunch of junk. A bunch of stuff. That's just a little baggie there. And then I have some stamps. This is Cocoa Daisy stamp, and it's just got numbers on it, and I love numbers. Tim Holtz. This one is Field Notes. I didn't mean to pull that one out. This one is Tim Holtz Ticket Booth. So, who knows what we'll use. This is a little, just see, clear stamp, and what's the name of this one? This is Global Wall Tile, I think. And it's just got some of those little dots in it that makes it look like you've splashed something on your paper. So we might use some of those too. So I don't know. Stick with me and you'll see. I have no plan. Don't have a clue what I'm going to make. Do not have a clue. But I think I'm going to start out with this. I kind of pulled it apart. And there's not... I can do something with that, but this is the part that I'm most interested in right here. So I'm going to cut this off. And I also have a few of these little, I guess they were place cards maybe. I don't know. One of you guys sent them to me. I thought we would use those somehow too. So let's go ahead and cut this off because I don't want to use both halves right now. I don't know what kind of paperwork come in this. I don't even remember. It was in the drawer. That's all I know. Let's see. I am going to try to put this in my trimmer and trim it because I know I can't get it straight unless I do. And I may not get it straight this way. Maybe straighter. This is a pretty thick chipboard. My hubby worked at a Well, he retired from a cardboard manufacturer, and he used to get me really big when I would call it cardboard. He'd say, it's not cardboard, it's corrugated fiberboard. That's what they had to call it. So every time I say cardboard, I can hear his voice in my head going, it's not cardboard, it's corrugated fiberboard. But this is not corrugated. So this is just a kind of a chipboard-like thing. Yeah, he used to get me all the time for saying that. He said, we get in trouble when we say that. Now, that is not anywhere near cut straight, so let's try that again. It's because it had that little flap on it. Okay. Now, I don't want to use this whole entire piece, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it down, and let's see, how big do I want to make this? Let's make it 4, no, let's make it 5. Let's make it 4.5. I'll make my mind up in a minute. I'm gonna make it 4.5 by, let's see, by maybe 7. That may be the right size, I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm just going to measure this and make sure that I've got it somewhat near straight. That's 4.5. A little tad over 4.5. A little tad over 4.5. So I need to even up this side right here. This trimmer really does cut straight when you put your paper in there straight, but sometimes the thicker paper is harder for me to hold still when I cut it. Okay, that's 7. And that is 7. Okay, so we got a piece 4.5 by 7, and I think what I'm going to make out of this is a journal topper, a piece that you can put on top of your journal. So what are we going to start with? That's the $1,000 question, isn't it? I love this. One of you guys sent this to me as well. Isn't that pretty? I mean, that is just gorgeous. I think I want to put a piece of it down there, but I don't want everything covered. You know, I don't want all of that, all of this to be covered up when I add more layers. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, these are just little alphabetical cards, like a card that you put in your, like an index card, and they're alphabetical. So I think we'll use that on the top. We'll keep that little tab on there. I may put a piece all the way around like that. I won't cover a ton of it up, so we'll see. And then, let's see, I want to use some of this. I don't know what piece this is. Maybe a piece of this green, some of that green paper that I purchased a long time ago, and I've still got a ton of it. And this piece actually is faded a little bit because where I had it sitting, it was in the sun, and it faded out, so I liked that even more. I'm just going to tear this around a little bit, just to give it a little jagged edge. It doesn't have to be straight, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're making a topper, so I'm going to crinkle it up, then open it up, crinkle it up, open it up. And then what we're going to do is, I'm going to pull this over, I'm going to take my ink, and I'm using Vintage Photo Oxide ink, and I'm just going to go over that a little bit, just where those wrinkles are. If the ink will pick up on those. Just to give the background a little color. Then we'll go over the edges a little bit. And I don't know if we'll use this whole piece or not. We'll see. I think I am going to put some, maybe some splatters on there. And let's see. I'm going to use my sepia ink. And they won't stamp perfect because it's all wrinkled up, but that's good. That's fine with me. I don't care. Oh yeah, I like that. Alright, so we got that piece finished. Now what else do we suggest we put on top of that? maybe a little piece of this. Oh, that's a beautiful doily. I don't know if I cut that up. Let me put that over there. I think I've got some scrap pieces in here. Some of them are Christmas, but some of them I think are not. So we'll grab a few pieces out of here. There's a little piece of lace. There's a piece. Now I'm just going to look through here. This is some of my little ephemera. This is a little ephemera box. Some of it's Tim Holtz, some of it's not Tim Holtz. Just going to grab a few pieces out of here. See what I want to use. I may not use all of it, and then again I may use it all and want more. But we'll check it out. I love that little piece of book page there. Okay, now let's see what we want to do. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece of this off. And I do have some fabric scissors up there, but I've already got these in my hand, so I think I'll just use them. These cut pretty good. Not as good as fabric scissors, but they're pretty good. And again, it doesn't have to be straight. We are just putting it down, and if anything needs trimmed afterwards, we can always do that. I am going to trim this side just a tiny bit at the top. Now, let's see if it has a right side and a wrong. Oh, that's a wrong side. You can tell that. Okay, I'm going to glue that down right there, and I am just going to use some of this because I may go over some of these and stitch. I don't know. We will find that out in a minute, but it's going to have many layers of things glued down, so it's not like we have to make sure this is glued down nice and tight. It'll have other layers on top of it. Okay. Now, we want this on there, but I think I want this raised up just a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can find my foam tape. I know it's around here somewhere. Well, I actually didn't have to look too far. I had this little piece in my drawer, and it's been there forever. You can tell it's already yellowed, but I think it'll still work. I'm horrible. I don't throw away anything. And I don't have enough fingernails to get the backing off of that, so let me know if you would like to see a from junk to journal, not trash to treasure. We're going to do junk to journal. There are already a lot of people out there doing trash to treasure, and I just wanted this to be a little bit different, so we'll do junk to journal. Because everything that I make is going to either be a journal page, or go in or on the outside of a journal. One more little piece there I can save and use. And then I'm just going to put this down. Let's see. I don't want to center it, I don't think. So I'm going to put it a little bit up toward the top. Now this does need covering, so we can cover it with paper. We could have covered it with paper before we put it down. Now I think I'm going to use some of this collection. This is, I'll have to link it below because you know I cannot remember. It's a digital that I made last year. I love it, and it'd be just right for Valentine's Day. Let's see. I think I might want to use that clock. Let's pull that one out. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll get the clock on there. So I'm going to roughly tear it. I don't have to tear it perfectly. Ooh, big bang outside. I don't know what that was. Okay, so if we glue that down on there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up just so I can see. Good thing about that tape is you can stick it right back down. Yeah. I am going to put it on there, and I'm going to lay that aside, put that down, put some glue on it. Oh, I love that clock. I like clocks anyway. Clocks are one of my favorite things. Clocks and lighthouses. And let's see, do I want to fold that around? I think I do. I think I'm going to fold it around just to keep from wasting some of this paper. Now, right here, I need to cut this because I want that little portion there, the little tab, I want that on there. And I have no idea if I'm cutting it right or not, but we'll see in a minute. We'll cut that off a little bit. I told you guys it looked like we were going to have snow Monday and Tuesday, didn't I? That's what they're predicting. I don't know if it's going to come about or not, but I really hope not, because number one, it's Christmas is over. I wanted snow for Christmas. We didn't get it. So Christmas is over and I'm ready for spring. I'm not ready for any kind of snow now. Ready for warm weather. I don't like cold weather. Around Christmas, I always want snow because it just seems like it makes Christmas that much better. But when I don't get it, then I'm ready for spring. I'm done with it. And we very seldom have snow. We have ice. That's what we have. And usually it's black ice. So it's very treacherous to get out on the roads and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to have to deal with that. Which I don't get out much anyway. I don't have to. So I don't. Oh, look. That covered perfectly. I love that. Love it. Okay. I'm going to put a little ink around it. Then we'll glue it back down. And I am just going to, excuse me, I'm still having trouble with my voice. And I think it's just allergies because I wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, I'm hoarse. I mean, I don't feel bad at all. But I think it's just allergies and sinuses. Okay, we're going to put that down right there. I love that. Oh, I love that. And I'm going to put another little piece of tape right up there at the top because it seems to be trying to collapse on me right there. So we'll just stick another little piece under there. There we go. Now let's see if we can... Nope. It looks like it's floating there, didn't it? Okay. That will work. Now I'm going to take this little piece. I think I'm just going to tear a piece of it off. And I just want some different things stuck under and around here. Here's this little piece. And I'll kind of lay it down first and look at it. And, you know, if that's how I want it, I'll go with it. And if not, we'll do something different. And I think I'm just going to make one of those little ruffles with this. Just a little paper ruffle, maybe. Stick that right under there. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll put a piece of lace under one side. Let's see what this is. I think I'll put a piece of this under there. I don't want to cover up too much of the back. And this one is small enough that we can see through. I'll put it down here at the bottom. And I'm just going to tuck these pieces up under. And when I get enough of what I'm looking for, then we'll glue everything down. That piece goes well with the clock. Nope, that's a little much there. I think I might put him down here. Like that maybe. We may not get but one done today. I seem to be going slow. I don't know which way is the right side up on that thing. It is so little and tiny, the writing is. Now let's see if that one will go there. Let's leave it sticking out a little bit so you can see that number. Okay, I'm kind of liking it so far. And what else do we have here? No, I don't want an R. Let's see about a label or two. I've got to cut more labels out. What about this label? Oh. Between my shaky hands and this, I'm not doing so well. What are you thinking? Give me ideas. I am, let's see, I want more of the lace to show, so I'm going to pull that over that way, pull this over this way, and I think instead of putting that, I'm going to put another label, maybe a Tina, no, maybe a Tracy label. What about a Tracy label? These are not Tracy labels. I think these are Betty Ann labels. Betty, are these your labels? Okay, I don't know if I want Precious. I think I might want Moments. Yeah. All right, I'm going to trim this off a little bit more. I do believe these are Betty's labels. I will try to link them below if I can find where I got them. They kind of resemble Tina's, but Tina's are a little bit different. Hers are more definitions. So that's why I think I got these from Betty. Okay. Put that like that. Then I need a smaller label. And we might put him in there. Nope, I think I don't want him in there. I think I might want him down here. Okay, what are we thinking? Is that looking okay? I think I want another label of some kind right there. These are Katie labels. I lost my voice just as I started to say Katie labels, and I had to I had to start all over. So, timeless moments and choices. I like that. So what do you think? Does that look okay? Now, I do want a number right here on that. So let's go back over here to Tina's numbers. And I think, yeah, one of these small ones. Let's just do a number 4. Yeah, as long as it's taking me to make this one, we may not get but one made. That's not good. Let's put that down. And I didn't try it first, but we're going to say that it fits. And it does. Oh, I like that. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to glue that down. Let's see if I can glue it where I had them, okay? Yeah, I probably won't be able to. We'll see. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue on this because I'll be able to sit it and let it dry so it won't, maybe everything won't fall off of it. Okay, I just want that one up where I can see that big number. And I don't mind having 2 different numbers there. That doesn't bother me. And then this little piece, I'm going to stick it down. And we could have put fabric and done a little fabric ruffle, but I already had this stamped and I thought, I will just use that. I like that. And then this one, and I might switch places with this. Since I've got kind of a big label up here, I might put this big label on this side. Yeah, I think that'll look better. So let's glue our lace down first. Now you can use a hot glue gun for some of this if you want, since this is going to be a topper for the journal, or you can just use Fabri-Tac. I've got that right there in my sights, but I haven't pulled it out yet. Okay, thinking that will work. Let's see. Let me look at it. Yeah, that'll work. And then we'll put this guy down. And I have people all the time that worry about my shaky hands. Please don't worry about my shaky hands. I have had shaky hands most of my life. And then after I broke my hands and my wrist, it just kind of got worse. And so, and then I have, I have blood sugar problems. So all of it together, sometimes my hands are a lot more shaky than others. Today they're really shaky because I woke up with my arthritis giving me a little bit of fits. I have arthritis in both my hands and my wrists since I broke them. But this right here is one of the best things that I can do for my shaky hands, and that's to use them. I don't sit around and moan about it. I just start working. No use in moaning. I don't have anybody here to listen to me moan anymore anyway. Alright, put that in there, like that. Oh, I'm liking this so far. Now, where did I have this? I had this down here. Right across there. And then this one. Oh, I don't want that and that there together, so I'm going to have to switch places and put this one on this side. Okay, let me look at it and see if we need anything else. I love that. I don't know that I need anything else on there. That's a good journal topper. Let's say, I don't even have a journal right here. Hold on. Let's say it went on this journal, which it won't, but you just glue that down to the journal top, and there's your topper. I think it's cute. I love it. And we started off with basic junk. Okay, I'm going to lay that aside and let that dry. I may trim a little bit around through here. I don't know. I may just leave it like it is. But there's one piece finished. Let's take a piece of this, and we'll make another journal topper using just, this is one that came in the mail. It came from Susan. Let me make sure I don't, yeah, I have her address on there. Hang on and let me cut it off. Let's see. I don't want to show her address to everybody. So it's just a packaging that came in the mail from Susan. Hi, Susan. Hello, Susan. And I'm going to cut that like that. Okay, that looks somewhat near straight, doesn't it? Let's measure and see what size we've got here. I've got 4 3/4. And I've got 4 3/4. I have 6 3/4 and 6 3/4. Wow. Can't believe we did that one. Now this one's going to be crunchy. I like that. So what are we going to put down on the top? Let's do a couple of pieces of this fabric. This came from one of you guys too. It looks like maybe upholstery fabric or curtain fabric. I don't know which. But let's do a little something with that. Oh my, well, it won't tear. So never mind, we're not going to try to tear it. Not that way anyway. Okay, now I'm going to frazzle it. That's what, every time I say ravel, Brooklyn will say, do you mean frazzle? Well, I guess, whichever one it is. Frazzle, razzle, whatever. And those strings are going to stick to me because my hands have got glue on them. Okay, that one is all raveled. Now we're going to do this one. All right, before we glue that down, number one, I'm going to cut it off just a tiny bit, maybe a 1/2 inch. And I want to put some paper down here just so that this doesn't show through if I don't get that exactly right. And I think I will just use some of my brown paper. See if we got a piece in here that would work. This is just some packaging from Amazon right here. Isn't that nice tear in there? I think that'll work. We can always glue something around it if it doesn't. So we're going to glue this down on here. And I'm just going to put a little glue in the middle. I will probably stitch on all of these anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. There we go. Then, and I think I am going to get my Fabri-Tac for this fabric because it's pretty thick. And I just want it to hold down well. Because I'll be adding other things to it. But I'm not going to go right to the edge. Because like I said, I'll probably stitch around these pieces anyway. So, there we go. Mr. Frazzle Dazzle. I like that fabric on there. And I don't mind that it's going to keep on frazzling. That doesn't bother me. Now we need a focal point on the top. So what do you guys suggest? Do we have something here that we can use for a focal point? I think I might tear this and put that on top of that. I like those colors together. It's kind of got an orange and a yellow there and an orange and yellow here. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that. And this is another one of my digitals. And I'll link it below. You know I don't remember the names. I should have the names of all of them laying out here somewhere. But that's just not me. Let's see. I want to tear this little dark blue edge off. I may need to tear more off. I don't know. No, actually, yeah, I'm going to just tear it with my fingers, the side here, a little bit more. I don't want to cover up all my fabric. I just want this to be another layer. Okay, that will work. Now, this is going to go on the top of a journal, so I don't have to make sure that it's not bulky. It can be bulky as you want it. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I think I might have to have a piece of that on there. Thank you, whoever sent that to me. I appreciate it. We're just going to lay it. And then I am going to need to put another focal point right there. Or a focal point there. Because that doesn't show that much. And I'm thinking I'm just going to do one flower. Okay, so I've changed my mind. I took that piece of paper away and I cut this little card out. This is a card from, I'm not sure if it's one of my collections or not, but I will try to link it below if I can find where it come from. I'm not sure. Let's see. It may be one of mine. There's the other part. I'll try to link it if I find it. Sorry, I'm terrible about knowing where everything come from. Knowing if that's pretty bad when you don't know if it's yours or somebody else's. But I can always look it up. I know I made some similar to that, but that one was already cut out, and I'm not sure that it came from the same location. Sometimes I'll tell Melina, oh, look how that's really pretty what you made, and she'll look at it and go, Mother, you made that. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, when you've been doing this for 30 years, you forget sometimes what you made and what you haven't. Okay. I think I'm going to put that right there. And I found this beautiful little piece that I think came from ePapery. And it's embroidered. Well, embroidered. It is, I don't know if that's knitting or crocheting or whatever around the edge. And then that's a little raised stamp-like thing. So I thought that was really cute. And I think I'm going to put this ticket in there, but I don't know which way I want to put it. I think we'll just put it that way, like that. Yeah, I used to be able to remember so many things. I think my memory has lapsed a little bit. Which I know that happens to all of us. And then we'll put this one right there. So I'm going to try not to lose my place. Okay, and then this will glue down like that. And I'm going to bring it up a little bit because I want this fabric to show. So I'm going to bring it up about right there. And I'm just using my Fabri-Tac right now to put things down since I'm gluing to fabric. You can use whatever glue you have in your stash. Okay, I don't want to make my lines even. I want them to be uneven. I like that so far. And then I started to go all the way across on that, and I don't know if I want that all the way across like that. Do I? Do I? I think I really like it, truthfully. And I might put that up there in that corner. What do you think? Is it coming together? Let's just put it down. What's the worst that can happen? It may not look beautiful. Well, it doesn't have to be beautiful to me. For me to use it, I'll still use it. I just like that. I like those little sequins on there. I think that's pretty. And I just covered up more of the fabric, didn't I? But oh well, that's okay. That's what we do. We put it down, we cover it up. We put it down, we cover it up. That's just the fact of life. But we've still got some fabric sticking out around, so not a problem. I think I still want it right there. Let me look at it. Okay, that really feels wide. I hope it's not going to be too wide for my journal. Maybe not. Then I pulled out, this is one of the little strips that I made. We made it a while ago. I don't know how long ago we made it. And I think I might put one of those little pieces down. Let's see which one I want. Let's try this one. I may have to cut it again. Yep, I'm just going to cut this rotting one off. We can still use all of that other. I'm going to put that right there. I am thinking my brain today is not working as well as it should. So you guys may have to help me. You may have to say, no, don't do that. Yes, do that. I wish you could talk to me. On these days where my brain's not working great, we could put all of our brains together and we could probably come up with something. Okay, do we want that there? Nope, I'm thinking right here. Okay, again, I'm just going to pick it up and look at it. It helps me if I look at, well, I like to look at it in the screen because I see what you're seeing, but then sometimes I like to just pick it up and look and see if I feel like there's something kind of out of whack. I still feel like it needs something. What do you think? Maybe just another vertical something. I like tucking little pieces and under little pieces. What does that look like? I don't mind that. Let's do it. We're just going to slide it up under there. Make sure that it's not even with anything. We want all of our little pieces to be uneven. All right. And then I feel like I need a little something on this side. I've got a lot going on over here. Little something there. Maybe just a little tiny piece or label of some kind. See what we got in here. Oh, there's a little tiny piece. What do we think about that? Spirits of salt. That's what that says. Yeah, I don't mind that. Or do we want to run it that way? I think I might like that better, running it sideways. Let's see. Yeah, I like that. All right, I think that's going to be another, and let's look at it on, we'll just look at it on this one. It won't go there, but we'll look at it there. Well, it's not so bad there, is it? I like that. Okay, I'm going to lay that aside, and it's on a nice bubbly envelope there. Okay, let's do something with this. What do you suggest? Oh my goodness, I don't know. I am at a loss right now, but we're going to do something with it. We may make some kind of pocket and not another topper. I'm going to cut it off and try to get it a little bit more even. All right, let me just start looking at it, folding. See, Presley, when she was the little girl, she wrote in there. But I have lots and lots of those little writings, so I didn't mind using this one. I couldn't, it didn't have all of her name in there anyway. All right, I'm going to fold it a few different ways, and I'm going to see if there's something that I can make out of it for our journal. Okay. This can be a little pocket. And then we could fold this down like this. And then it can actually be a little tuck up that way. And it could wrap around a page. All right, let me get started on it and we'll see what we come up with. I'm just folding a tiny bit over here because this is not the thickest of papers. It's pretty thick, but it's not the thickest. You know, that paper that Amazon sends you in all of your packages. Sometimes they send so much of it, you can't do anything with it. Usually we use it in our, package in our packages that ship out, but this one I just happened to grab a piece of. Okay. Of course I didn't fold straight. So we're going to use our bone folder and straighten that out best we can. Then we're going to fold it over that way. And I'm going to glue it across the bottom and up the side. All right. So there's a little pocket. This piece, I just folded it around to make it a little bit stronger, but you don't have to do that. You can just cut it off there if you want. Just trying to think if that's what I want to do. Okay, while I'm thinking, let's cover this with some paper. Let's go back to some of this, since we do have the Valentine's Day coming up soon. And I had forgot that I had this paper when I did the freebie for yesterday. I told you I couldn't use it because I didn't have paper. I had forgot about this. I could definitely have used them on here, and I might still use one. Let's do that little perfume bottle, maybe. And it's just going to glue down on the back, so I'm not going to put anything on the back. I do have a pencil or a pen somewhere. Really do. You should see my desk. I've got everything drug out. Everything. I just try to keep it out of the screen so you guys don't have to look at it, at my mess. Okay, let's glue that down right there. Oh, my glue keeps falling over. I think that's a sign I'm almost out. It's top heavy. Okay, we'll trim this little piece off. Yeah, I think one of those stamps will look good right there. We'll grab them in just a minute. I'm going to cover this piece before I fold that down. I'm going to use a piece of this. It's got greenery on it. All of these are from my digitals. Like I said, I'll try to remember the names. Well, I can look them up and link them below for you so you don't have to go digging and looking. Makes it a little bit easier for you. Now, of course, you can use anything to make one of these. I've just, like I said, I'm trying to use scraps up. Is what I'm doing. And junk that may, otherwise it would have been thrown away. Junk to journal. Okay, I'm going to leave a little gap there so that will fold up. Well, it won't have to fold up. It's going to be a wraparound. But anyway, I didn't want it so close that it would hinder it. Okay. Trim that off. I could have wrapped that piece around. Too late now. Okay. Now then, we can fold this over. You know, I think I want it folded the other way, though. I think I want it folded like this, backward. Yes, I like that much better. And then this side, we'll need to cover this, and then that will be a little side tuck pocket here, and then we're going to make this into another little pocket here, or here, because we've got that extra piece there. I don't know, I'll see in just a minute. Let me find a paper to cover that with. It's like, okay, I'll do it. I'll see it. I'll do it in a minute. Let's put this little piece on there with the dress. You'll still be able to see most of the dress, so. Glue that down on there. I have no idea how long I've been on here. Maybe you're not bored with me. You guys are so sweet. Somebody said, oh, I can just sit and watch you all day long. That is so sweet. But I know you would have a headache if you did that. Let's see. Do I want that? No, I'm going to have that glued down, so doesn't need to wrap around. I am going to wrap it just a little bit, though. That way you won't see that brown. There we go. Oh, isn't that pretty? Now I don't even want to fold that piece down. Look at me. Changing my mind in midstream. Okay, I am not going to fold it down. I'm going to have this as a double pocket, I think. See, my mind changes when I put the paper on. So this will be a pocket up here. We'll go ahead and punch that. And then I think I'm going to make this one into a top pocket as well. Up there. Yeah. So I've got a double pocket, and it'll wrap around the page, and I'll show you in just a minute how that'll do that. We didn't glue the bottom together because we thought we was going to do it a different way, but we're going to do it this way. And I don't mind if any of that brown paper bag shows, because, or that brown paper shows, because that's pretty to me. I don't mind it at all. Okay. Cool. Now, if we have a page, let's see. Let's just say this was our page. It would wrap. That I would glue down here, here, and here. And that'll be a pocket. And then on the other side, let's just say this is the other side. I wouldn't glue that down at all because we've got the dress on this side, and I would just have that as a flip. I have a little bit of white showing off of that paper. Instead of trimming it, I'm just going to cover it with ink. So that piece is glued down on this side. And then this piece is just going to be a little wraparound flop. Flip. A wraparound flip. So that will flip out like that. You can see the dress on that side, and then you have this pretty paper on this side. I like that. I am going to trim this off. It's a little bit too much white showing for me. There we go. So that is a little double pocket wraparound flip. I like that. And what did I say would look good up here? One of the stamps. Let me grab one. And I think I'll use one of the smaller ones. Let's just use this one. These were the Friday freebie yesterday. If you missed those, the link will be below, and you can go over and grab those if you are a subscriber to our channel. Oh, I like that there. There we go. We've got that. got this side that's just the greenery. You could even write on that if you wanted to. And then there is the dress part. Oh, let's put this on there. That says Majesty. I did not realize it said that until I just looked up at it. Looks like she's a Majesty, didn't it? Or maybe I would want it down through there. I'm thinking down that side. I'm going to trim it just a little bit more. Make it a little smaller. And then we're going to take our corner round with the smallest one and just round these corners. Right, a little ink there to finish that out. And let's see. I think I want to put it there, and I'm going to put it that way. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, I got some glue on that right there, so I'm just taking this glue eraser, and we do have these in stock, I do believe, and it will just make it roll up and roll right off. Okay, so we've got that. We've got that one. I feel like this one does need something. So we'll see what we have we can put on there. Okay, I'm not finding anything that I really like to go on here, so I'm going to wait until I put it in the journal and then we'll see. But that would glue down here, here, and here on the page. This would wrap around the page, and then the other side, this would be a little flip. It's a pocket and a flip. So you've got your dress. So yeah, we need to put some little something on there, but right now I'm not gathering what I want to put. So when I get in a brain fog like that, I usually lay it aside, and next thing you know, I figure out something I want to put on it. Alright guys, I didn't get very much done. I planned on doing all of the stuff over here, but guess what? I didn't. So I think I'm going to let you go. I've probably been on here a long time. I'm going to let you go, and I may go ahead and do a few more things, and then we will, I'll show you in the pictures at the end what all I added to. I'll make these, and I'll put those as photos in the end. We can use those in our journal. Either we can put it on the side, like this is the page. You could put it like that, or you could put it at the top, or you could just glue it down in the back and have it a little flip up to journal inside. So I'll make some of those, and then I'll show in the photos what we made. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your comments, because every comment this month goes into our drawing, and we are drawing at the end of the month for a grand prize for somebody, and it is open international, so you are welcome to leave your comments. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.